ago that I watched this documentary on Henry Ford, and obviously he's like famous for like the car, right? But really, I think the most important thing he did was really the optimization of the assembly line. When you were kind of struggling with this, what were your misconceptions on things that maybe you could help out with somebody who's within their first 6 months of being?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I think I should have just really listened all along, just about kind of just keep building and keep building. And even if it's just half of a site here or a homepage and a service page there, just kind of get them going out. I think that I was spending a lot of time in the weeds, just sort of focusing really heavily on, one or two sites in specific and getting too bogged down into silly stuff. If I had a little bit better of like processes, and I just kind of said like, okay, after I do this, get this done, and then just kind of set it aside, I think I just would have gotten to where I am a little bit quicker, I could say, and just kind of been more successful. I don't know if that answered the question, but.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's definitely good. Yeah. So, Ashley, so how long have you been in the group now?
I joined February of 2019, so
February of 2019.
A year and a half.
Are there things that you're struggling right now with? Do you have any questions that maybe that you'd like to ask that you just can't seem to get straight within your business?
I mean, I guess that's just me. I get in my own way sometimes, but I think mostly it's like how I want to scale. I want to build, 180 sites like Damien. But like, how do you put a team together to get organized and do that? I feel like I can't even manage my one VA half the time. She's going rogue doing things. So,
you're struggling to kind of manage the VA that you have.
Yes.
Do you have some training in place for this VA so when they come on, they know exactly what they should be doing?
I did not. That was part of my sort of mistake too. I think I hired her too early on. I didn't really know the process myself and was just sort of delegating tasks to her that I didn't really understand. So of course she's not going to know how to do them. So now I'm trying to retrain her with things. And I have training videos now for her, and that has been working out a little better, but I think she just is taking on too much work and I need to delegate things to different like areas instead of having it all on her.
Absolutely. So one of the big recommendations Dan has is like the success leaves clues. And I've noticed that, Dan is really into a lot of like the documentaries and reading books and stuff. And it's always the same type of documentaries. It's a lot of historical based stuff, studying these like past entrepreneurs. So I kind of like took his lead. And I think it was maybe almost a year ago that I watched this documentary on Henry Ford. And obviously he's like famous for like the car, right? But really, I think the most important thing he did was really the optimization of the assembly line. So when I saw that, it took 12 and a half hours to build a car prior to him putting the assembly line in place. And then afterwards, he got it down to like an hour and 18 minutes, right? And it reduced the cost of the car. And he took something that was really complicated, like building a car, right? And he broke it down into small enough pieces where no one had to be like a master of like any big part. Just like, okay, this person passes it on to this person who passes it on to this person. So I think it's important when we're trying to scale, like some of the issues that you're struggling with here is if you were to maybe make kind of like an organizational chart and a list of all your processes, and you could say like this part of the chart gets these processes. And if you kind of broke down your training by the role and took like Henry Ford's advice and be like, okay, your job is to just like turn this screw here, and then you pass it on, and your job is to like attach this thing to it. Like he took something way more complicated than what we're doing, and he was able to like get it done really quickly. And we're not forced to hire people full time. Like hiring someone part-time, it's okay to say that I need you 10 hours a week. That's all. You know, with the difference in labor between the United States, and I know that, you know, there's people from all over the world that are on this, but like some place like the Philippines, where there's really smart people that are willing to do great work for $3 or $4 an hour, like, and we can hire them in the part-time capacity. It kind of takes away maybe some of the edge of scaling, and it really gets us down to like, can we lock down our processes and just like focus on a small piece and break it off?